What is a typical day or week like working as a forensic psychologist, and how do I become a forensic psychologist? All right. A typical day would be I would come in at 8:30, and I might see someone at 8:30 who's had their kids taken away for physical abuse. And I did their capacity parent evaluation. And then the next person I see is claiming that they're disabled and they can't work, so it's a disability eval. And then the next person I see is another capacity parent eval, but this time it's in a divorce. And then I eat lunch, and in the afternoon I run off to the Kent County Jail, and I see a guy who's there, and he's been charged with criminal sexual conduct, and his attorney wants a criminal responsibility and competency evaluation. And I'll spend the afternoon there. And then the next day, I'm doing court at 8:30, and I go testify in a termination of parental rights case. And then I get back to my office, and I have an attorney that calls and says, hey, we have a case of this. Can you take a look at the records? I say, okay, send them over with a check. I'll go over the records. We'll talk and do a half-hour phone consult next week. And then I got about 6 or 8 regular people, regular counseling clients. Normal people, right? That's a good number for me. I don't need any more, but I don't need any less, right? How do you become a forensic psychologist? Well, the main thing you need to do is, first of all, become a licensed psychologist. There are programs out there that says, come to our school, online usually, and you can become a forensic psychologist. And I get at least one email a month that says, I got my master's degree in forensic psychology from blank a blank institute, and I can't get a job. The key is to become a licensed psychologist. If you're interested in psychology as a career, talk to your professors. There's different types of licensure. So for example, for me, I went and got a PhD at the University of Iowa, which that program, it's either counseling or clinical, makes you eligible for a license in most states if you do some other stuff. Like 2,000 hour internship, 2,000 hour, that's a year, right? Postdoc supervision, and then you take a national exam. So as psychologists, for say a doctoral level licensed psychologist, we all kind of go through the general training, but then you can further specialize. So what I did is I did my internship year with the Federal Bureau of Prisons in Lexington, Kentucky. They had a forensic training program. I went through and learned all my forensic work, right? And then, so I specialized after becoming sort of a regular psychologist. Now there are other ways to do it, but I always tell students, and particularly when I get emails, the main thing you need to do is get a license to practice psychology. If you don't have that, you're not going to be able really to do forensic work. Okay? There are a few people in town who have a master's degree in psychology who are able to do some forensic work. They've taken lots of additional training. All right? But how many years of school, I get asked? Oh, it took me about 11. If a standard bachelor's degree is 4 years, and a doctorate's 4 more years, and 1 year of internship, I ended up doing a little different. I ended up doing a bachelor's, then a master's, then went on and got a PhD. So about 11 years.